It's like a little delay here.
Takes yeah.
Okay.
Very annoying.
It's okay. I ain't gonna hold it against you. Maybe a little bit, but.
Here we go.
Anybody for snuff? There you go. Okay. So after we explained likutei Moharan Torah Gimel, so after we explained why the voice of a menagin kosher is helpful to avodas Hashem, now we explain why listening to a menagin which is not kosher is damaging to avodas Hashem, is detrimental to avodas Hashem. However, when the menagin is Rosha, when the menagin is wicked, he is not kosher. He's taken his negina, his music stems from the tziporim, the birds of the klipa. They come from the different birds in the klipa. He says because every bechina that there is in kedusha, there's also, like a mirror image in the tumah. So the minute there's tziporim in the kedusha, you have the birds in the kedusha. This netzach vehod in the realm of atzilus that are tziporim in the kedusha. That's the source of heilige music. Whenever I say source, I sound like sauce, like a Brooklyn saying sauce, like, meat sauce, like, and I'm saying, sauce of kedusha, the sauce is, put it over the chicken, with a little sauce. Yeah. שיש מבחינת ציפורים בקדושה שמשם מקבל מנגן כושר אז כוח נגינוסי. The ציפורים בקדושה is where the kosher musician gets his nigun. In the same way, there's tziporim, there's birds in the tzad of the klipa, of defilement, that a menagin that is nish kosher, this is where he gets his power of music. And Rabbeinu says like this, V'kosav b'zohar ki hatziporim shebeklipa, it says in the Zohar that the birds in the klipa, yoinkin midadei malchus, they receive from the teats of the malchus. So it's like this, that there is, in Olam HaAtzilus, there is a persona, which is a spiritual structure. That's called parzach, it's called persona, which is called nukva. It's called b'chinas female. You have the male, which is the zerap, and you have the nukva, the female. And which is a b'chinas of Sfiras HaMalchus. That's the essence of Sfiras HaMalchus. This is the Malchus, the Kedusha. In Atzilus, there is, the last stage of Atzilus, there is the Malchus, the receptacle that all the Shefa comes and congeals there before it can be given down. And Keneged Zeh, as this against that, the klipas, the tumah also has an Olam HaAtzilus of its own, kiviyachol. And over there is also a persona, a spiritual structure, which is called nukva. It's called female, the female aspect over there, which is the Sfiras HaMalchus, the klipa. This is the malchus of the defilement. Now, every single structure, every single persona, every single, spiritual structure is made of 10 spheres, right? Because we said every bechina, every aspect includes in it the subdivisions to all the different aspects, right? Now, and the spheres, the spheres of the chokhmah and the bina of this nukva of klipa, they had this chokhmah and bina because there's 10 spheres in it, inside this nukva of the klipa. So the spheres of the chokhmah and bina in this malchus of the tumah is called tziporim the klipa. Because the chokhmah and bina are the source of chayas, right? A chokhmah techaya. That's the source code, so to speak, of the entire structure. Within the Malchus, within the Nukva of Sitra Achra, there's 10 spheres, right? Chomim Min Hadas, whatever. So the sub-components of Chochmah and Bina within the Malchus, the Klippa, is called Tziparim the Klippa. That's the birds of Klippa. Now, and the place of the Nukva the Klippa, that female should be Klippa of the Olam Atzilus the Klippa, of the realm of Atzilus Beklippa Bichlal, is in Olam Abriya. It's a lower Bechina. Because the Klippa doesn't reach Atzilus.
That's the second world, right?
Yes.
The top.
Yes. Atzilus Bria Yitzira Asiya. So this whole thingamajig of the Klippas that they have Atzilus v'chole, it's not parallel to the Atzilus the Kedusha. It's happening on the lower level,
right.
on the level of Bria. It's all Atzilus of. However,
there's not really a equal measure. It's always a little less.
Let's not try to understand this and click it all to place, because we are not able to. You're dealing here with inyonim that you don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. You don't know what I'm talking about. I don't know what I'm talking about. We're just learning, so we heard Baruch Hashem and Hashem here. They'll explain it to us. Without Hashem, pure the protein. Just to understand what we can. So he says that now the Nukva, the Klippa of the world of Atzilus of the Klippa, resides in Bria, in the lower realm, that is lower from Olam Atzi. But at night, up to Chatzois Laila, up to midnight, the Tziporim, the Klippa, has a koyach to go up, to elevate itself, and to suck and receive chayos from the spheres of Malchus, the Kedusha of the Atzilus, the Kedusha. It's a bandit that comes like in the desert, in the Bria.
That's why some Kabbalists don't read certain psukim and they don't read Chumash or Tehillim.
It's not just Kabbalists, it says anybody. It says that's the up to Chatzos. Because that's the time that the Nukva, the Malchus, of Tuma, of Klippa, until Chatzos it has koyach to go up and suck off. So feed itself. It's like those addicts that they don't pay the electric bill, and they go and they connect they take electricity from somebody else, they connect to somebody else's source, to sack off electricity from them. This is what the Klippa does. It's in the Bria, but until Chatzos it has a reshus to go up and connect periodically, to the source of the Malchus, the Atzilus, the Kedusha.
Is there any way to avoid that?
It's bechavona. And they're unique for the Malchus, the Kedusha, and so where do they connect? What do you call where you're connected to? Chashmal, what's it called?
Loach.
No, whatever it is. I mean, if I wanted to steal Chashmal from somebody, where do I connect it to?
To the street lamp.
I understand, but what's it called?
The shaka.
The shaka, whatever it is, where's the outlet?
Yeah.
Which outlets do they feed into? Where do they fit? Where does that virus come in and guarantee into the program? Where is it? You understand? Where does it connect?
What's the Wi-Fi connection here?
Wi-Fi connection. Where's the street lamp that it connects from? Where's the? So that particular the Yanika from the Malchus, the Kedusha. Remember, we said the Malchus has all the spheres in it, right? Same way did the Malchus the klipa has all the spheres. Obviously, the Malchus the Kedusha also has all the spheres. So we say that Tziporim the klipa is the Chochma and Bina of the Malchus, the Tumah. Right? That's the shteka, that's the teka, that's the connector, that's the thing that is yonik. But where is it connected to? It connects through the spheres of Netzach and Hod.
Of Kedusha?
Just a second. No. Which is a third subdivision in the Yesod of the Malchus, the Kedusha. Okay. What happens is that the first subdivision of the Malchus, the Tumah, which is Chochmah and Bina
So
of
we're
this.
talking about the 10 Sfirot
Okay,
of Malchus.
of Malchus, the Malchus,
The
the
Klipa.
Klipa, yes. Within the Malchus, the Kedusha, there is 10 Sfirot.
Yeah.
Now, each one of those is also divided to 10. Okay? So, within the Malchus, the Kedusha, there's spheres of Yesod.
And in there,
In there, there's 10 spheres.
right, Netzach Hod.
And the Netzach V'Hod over there, that's the connector. This is where it plugs in. The Chochmah and Bina of the Malchus, the Klipa, connects to the Netzach V'Hod in the spheres of Yesod of the Malchus, the Kedusha. I'm going to say it again.
Review this lesson like 100 times.
I'm just.
No. The thing is that you're so intimidated by this that you think that you are not able to understand. I'm saying you have to understand it. You just have to understand what the details. This is connected to that. Like you understand, you made electricity. This is connected to that. Nothing more than that.
Can I bring in a whiteboard?
Yeah.
Maybe on Sunday we could.
So I'll repeat it again.
Okay.
I'll repeat it again.
I'll pay attention this time.
Malchus the Kedusha is in that Tzilas. The Malchus, the Klipa, the Nukva, the Klipa of the Atzilus of the Klipa, this is all something, this is like a virtual machine, like in computers, like you have a virtual, computer within the computer, is an Olam Abriya Bichlal. It's not in the Atzilus. The Tziporim, the Klipa, are the spheres of the Chochmah and Bina of the Malchus the Klipa. That's the life receptacles. This is where the shtek. This is where the kabel ma'arich is. It comes Chochmah and Bina because that's the thing. It gets the chayas from the kedusha and then it feeds the entire. So obviously this is the top Chochmah and Bina of the Malchus the Klipa. This is happening in Olam Abriya. Now, where is the source of electricity, of chayas, in the Chochmah, in the Malchus, the Kedusha. This is where the plug is. Okay, so the question is now where's the portal? In the Malchus, the Kedusha of the Atzilus, where's the portal? Where is the shteken? Where is the sheka?
It's in the Hod and Netzach and Hod.
It's Netzach and Hod of the Yesod of Malchus, the Kedusha. This is where the connection is.
Wait.
No.
Because I remember learning in Ben Ish Chai, and he says it's best to have relations after Hasod. Is that connected with Yesod?
Bevadai. Because until Chatzot, the Klipas have a connection to the Yesod.
You could be feeding
not
done
exactly
with the
right.
right intent.
Exactly right. That's why they say the Afkat Rebbe after Chatzot. So listen, we're just saying it. We don't know what it means, whatever it is. Just technically, this is connected to this is connected to this. V'zeh. However, in the time of Chatzos, then the time of Chatzos, this is where the feeding of the spheres, the klipa stops. Kedein kroza karez. Then comes out an announcement. כציפורם האחוזס בפח, כהם יוקשים בני אדם, like birds that are entrapped in a trap, like them, people are trapped. In other words, the very same way that birds are being trapped in a trap, people are being entrapped in the trap of the Yetzer Hara. In other words, through the through the power of the birds, betuma, the klipa, people are ensnared in the trap of the Yetzer Hara. Because the tziporim, the klipa, the birds of the tuma, they influence in the world that the people will be tempted, that will be swayed, to go to Taivas Avla Olam, that, the stupidity of this world, to vote for Eli Cohen, and go away from Hashem, that they have a cheshbon, I actually heard a cheshbon, I told my wife they have a cheshbon, he said he's going to make places for entertainment on Shabbos, but out of town. So somebody religious told my wife, you can see how people can get fakrumed. He says, the kids, talking about from kids are going to Yerushalayim, those that are rebelling against their parents, they go to Yerushalayim. Why should they go to Yerushalayim? Make it close to their house so they can walk there, right? As if they will walk there. And over there they have clubs and music and this and that, little by little we carve them. It's like how you can fuck people, you can cheat people, brainwash them to shtuyot. You have no rishus to make Chilul Shabbos to save somebody else for Chilul Shabbos. That's Tziporim the Klipa. That's the Ashpa of Tziporim the Klipa. That's why we say we have to daven that Chas v'Chalila, they won't damage, the Malchus the Kedusha, that Baruch Hashem, whoever made this Shem Torah mitzvah, we should daven. They should Chas v'Chalila shouldn't to be poigim in that. And now it's understood why, by listening to music from a menagen that is not kosher, that is a wicked man, it damages the Avodah Zarah. Why? Because the menagen is not kosher. He receives his koyach of negina, of singing, of music, from the tziporim of the klipa. This is where he gets it from. That's why the negina, the singing and the music of that person pulls a person towards the taivas and vices and the shtissim of this world.
That feed that particular klipa.
He's a conduit. He brings about ashpa of tuma into the world because it comes from Kedusha. And not only this, is the very same way that Tziporim the Kedusha are ensnared. They're ensnared also because you have to understand. What happens is you ask a question. He says, "Why?" You asked. Somebody, one of you two asked. I don't know. Remember who it was? I don't have a clue who it was. He's the one. He did it. Okay.
What was the question? I'll tell you.
Why is the Tziporim go to the Malchus the Kedusha? How come he gets the shoes to go there? Okay. Anyhow, so the answer, the answer is that by Chatzois it gets trapped there. It's partying until Chatzois. Hey, look, I'm getting this my chayil from Malchus the Kedusha. Look at me. By Chatzois, then, but by the time of Chatzois, it's trapped there, out of base. This is when it breaks down. This is when it falls. This is when you break it. So you have to. There's a pasuk and it says, "Yatzitzu kol palei aven," will sprout all the doers of evil. Right? Le'imsham dem adayad. So so they can be totally annihilated. If you just annihilate the top, that which is above ground, you still have the sherish. So what you have to do is when it reaches out, when the sherish goes out, then you can
take it out.
Then you'll cut it off right at the source. The same principle happens every Shabbos, by the way. That the Malchus, when the Malchus the Kedusha has its legs in the Klipa, is B'Sol Pasuk Raglei Yodas Mavis, at the feet of the Malchus is going to Mavis, is deepening into the realm of Mavis, which is the Mata Masoret Tfachim, and the Klipas have Yenika from it. On Erev Shabbos, the Malchus brings about its legs from the Tumah up. So they go after it.
That's when they get trapped.
So they go after it, and then you have a hot shower when you go to the mikveh, you know, you got a hot shower, and that brings about the fire from above that beats it, that burns it, and dips it to nukveh to Homarabba. That Hashem.
Almost like the.
We until now we said that what we learned until now is that before you stop it, wait, that the voice of the Menagen kosher is very helpful to Avodas Hashem, and the voice of a Menagen which is not kosher is very damaging to Avodas Hashem. And we explained, you know, what's the reasoning, and B'ezrat Hashem tomorrow, Sunday, we'll talk what is the eitzah that a person who hears music from a Menagen is not kosher, that it shouldn't hurt his Avodas Hashem. Ad kan akofal.
The almost like the tefillah
you
v'koach,
please?
the tefillah v'koach, no?